If Taiwan joins the CPTPP, who will gain and who will lose? That was a question lawmakers asked ministers on Monday. Taiwan has applied to join a trade group known as the Comprehensive and Progressive Agreement for Trans-Pacific Partnership, or CPTPP.
According to Taiwan's ministers, membership will likely hurt the domestic auto industry and certain products in the agricultural sector. However, total agricultural exports are expected to rise by at least 50 billion NT dollars within 5 years of joining.
At the Legislative Yuan, ministers took questions on the impact of the CPTPP on the sectors of Taiwan's economy.
会有比较大的影响是内需的整车产业。
There will be a relatively large impact on the domestic auto industry. Initially, the food processing industry was very worried, but following the formation of the RCEP, our food processing industry felt that Taiwan should hurry to join the CPTPP.
CPTPP 对国家的发展绝对很重要。
I think the CPTPP will absolutely be very important for national development. We'll be able to export certain agricultural products, such as edamame, tuna, and eel, to Japan in large quantities without having to pay 6 to 20% in tariffs. Of course, a small number of products will be negatively affected, but we'll take notes from Japan, Canada, and Vietnam on that. We're extremely confident we'll be able to protect some of the more sensitive agricultural products. We will also have complementary measures such as insurance, cold chain processing plans, and so on. We can absolutely turn the negative into a positive. We've done the math. We'll certainly be able to boost exports by 50 billion NT.
According to the agriculture chief, agriculture exports will rise by 50 billion NT within 5 years after joining. The projection was questioned by a DPP lawmaker.
只是本校提醒你，当你数字的时候，你不要去美化它。
I would like to remind you to not embellish the figures. Here you are, boldly proclaiming that exports will certainly increase by 50 billion NT. You need to factor in the industries that will lose business.
500亿是怎么计算的？用我们过去2016到现在，我们农业的出口成长的力道。
We arrived at the figure of 50 billion NT by looking at the growth of agricultural exports from 2016 to now. We worked out the averages and we saw that in the next 5 years, exports would grow by an average of 30 billion NT. Products with zero tariffs would add 20 billion NT. And this is just a low estimate. We haven't accounted for the products with reduced tariffs yet. Once those are lowered, there will be an additional export boost to consider.
The agriculture minister defended Taiwan's bid to join the trade pact. A KMT lawmaker accused him of reversing his own position from 2014.
当时你非常用心的来提出说，如果我们参加了 TPP 之后。
Back then, you made a point of saying that joining the TPP would have a negative impact on Taiwan, that Taiwan would lose 80 billion NT in production value. So it seems that your stance has changed between today and the time when you were a professor.
完全没有改变哦，这个评估报告，这个是密件。
It absolutely hasn't changed. That appraisal report was confidential, and now someone has decided to publish it in a certain media outlet to generate controversy. The thing is that my appraisal back then had included the US in the block, and that it was mainly based on livestock. That free trade agreement would have completely opened up the livestock industry. My appraisal was based on what would happen if the sector was opened up completely without any protective measures on any products. The terms are completely different now.
Taiwan's bid to join the CPTPP has caught international attention while becoming a hot topic of debate in Taiwan.